If life gives you melons, you might be dyslexic. What's going on, YouTube? It is currently the Gilded Glory event, but it is also the ESO Crown Store sale. Everything right now is at a huge discount because of the overarching Qakecon event. It's a big time for ESO. So we're going to break down how you can maximize this event, because even if you don't want to go buy crowns, crowns are generally more plentiful. You can buy them with gold. You can now get double gold for using the Gilded Glory event. Let's break it down, talk about how to maximize this time. And this is straight from ZeniMax's website, the Gilded Glory mini event from 8/8 to 8/13. Purse feeling a little light? Yes, the economy is in a headspin. Enjoy a little 100% boost to gold gains from in-game activities such as quest rewards, monster killing, and etc. for a limited time. Note this does not include gold made via selling to vendors or with guild traders, which unfortunately makes sense. That would be kind of wild if they did that, but let's break down what things you can do to benefit from 100% boosted gold gain from activity. So again, monsters, quest rewards, things like that. What can we do? Now, I'm not going to feel like Copernicus by telling you that if you do your daily crafting writs that you are going to maximize this event. For those of you who don't know what crafting writs are, basically you just agree to make a whole bunch of hoopla and then you turn it in. This, by the way, during the Gilded Glory event, turning in all of these is 10,000 gold per character, and it probably will take you less than 5 minutes if you have the craft bag. A little bit more if you have to utilize the banker. But think about that. 10,000 gold, 5 minutes. You can do it across multiple characters. Bing, bang, boom. Fast forward 5 minutes, and boom, we are ready to turn these bad boys in. I also want to note, too, if you're a new player, that you can actually do this in any single zone. I just like to use Somerset. Some people stand by the fact that Vivek City inside of Vardenfeld is better. We call those people wishful thinkers. With us, without add-ons, I think Somerset's a little bit better for us. And the nice thing is we just got not only a whole bunch of gold, we also got the ability to get a whole bunch of these things, including gold materials, which you just saw. We have access to jewelry. We have access to new recipes. We have access to more ingredients. You can see that it's definitely worth doing these every single day, and it's definitely worth doing when you get double the rewards. You can see 9.8k gold, some Seals of Endeavors, some gold upgrade mats. I mean, there's nothing to complain about here, and I would encourage you guys to please do this. I don't know what I need to do to beg you, but please do them. And in the description, I'm going to link to Casual Lamer's video, because it actually does a fantastic job here of actually going through how to set up a perfect writ character. A lot of people will do all sorts of different things, and he does a great breakdown for doing so. I think, honestly, when you start doing your daily writs every single day, that's really when you start to build that generational wealth on your characters. So please do it. But that being said, let's talk about the other things that you can do. And while certainly not nearly as profitable on a straight gold basis, it's also a great time to just note that doing general daily quests can be pretty rewarding for you. I generally recommend the newer zones. Usually the top 3 most recent zones are the best ones to go to. Why is that? Well, generally they've got not only really good furnishing plans that you can get by completing them, they also have the ability to get motif styles, good overland sets. All of those are going to be able to be received by completing these daily quests right here. And because you're in a recent zone that came out, there's usually a lot of people farming it. There's tons of people in the West. Well, those poor guys are still probably trying to complete the storyline that came out a couple weeks ago. It's long. But importantly, too, you'll also still just get straight gold and experience when you turn in these quests, making that daily quest also a really good go at getting some rewards. What would I suggest to you? I would actually say, instead of doing the 3 most recent ones, I would farm just the Westworld. And I would do it on as many characters as you have. The world bosses here are getting farmed pretty frequently. The gigantic crystal things coming down from the sky are getting killed pretty consistently. And overall, it's going to be a little easier than if you had to go to a place like High Isle, where, yes, the High Isle furnishings are cool. You have the ability to get some good style pages. But it's probably better to invest more of your time here to try to get some of those higher rewards, because most people still don't have a lot of the stuff that you can get from these daily quests. And while the Vile Mance is probably the most popular place to go if you just wanted to farm straight gold by killing the Imperials on the first level, I want to show you another area that's actually out in the world and has a little bit less competition when it comes to it. So these are two great spots that you can use. But we are actually over here inside of Greenshade, over at the Variant Moas. Moras? Importantly, though, it's a gigantic loop. All you need to do is kill things in this loop, and I believe if you've already done the quest here, everything will be neutral to you, so you can kite them pretty much freely without even having to put a whole lot of effort into it. Kite them all together. Pray that Isabel doesn't mess them up by moving them too far away. Then you just whack them with an AoE, and then you pick up all the gold afterwards. 122 gold, just from that. If you did this for the entire time period, you would pick up a couple of items that you could quick sell, obviously, so the ability to get money from this is not just the gold itself, but you're probably looking at about 15 to 20,000 straight gold, per hour. Is it good? No, but there are some of you that also resist guild traders like the plague, and so when it's doubled, it can become a little bit better. It's the same with farming in Vile Mance. Vile Mance is around 15,000 per hour, which means that without a guild trader, you're at about 30,000 gold per hour. Now, that's certainly not, anything to write home about, especially because, as we discussed, your daily crafting writs only take you 5 minutes for 10,000 gold, but some of you guys don't like to do those, so this is a good alternative that doesn't require a guild trader, and, we'll give you some gold. And obviously on console, gold is more valuable because the economy is not as inflated, so 30,000 gold per hour on console is something viable, especially if you don't have scrying. Maybe if you're on a brand new character and you just really want to get some gold, maybe to buy a guild trader, for your first couple weeks so that you can start selling stuff. I don't want to knock it, but I also, if I had to spend 10 hours here, I would want to blow my brains out. And then if I looked at how much gold I had at the end of it, I definitely would. So that leaves us with the crown store. Now, whether or not you do or don't buy crowns with your money from another player, that's totally up to you. But it's just important, not you Nightfall Crates, it's important to note that when crowns are on sale, it's just nice to talk about how you can actually utilize the resources best for yourself during this time period. So I generally like to buy my crowns from other players. The best way to do so is inside of a formalized trade guild. If it's an Elden Root trader, if it's a Mournhold trader, if a Vex City trader, odds are you're probably not going to get scammed. You're going to get yourself a good deal. And if for some reason things go awry, it is a bannable offense to scam people on ESO. So I would, there's a decent sense of security. And if they have a lot of gamer score and they're a high level, they're probably not going to scam you. So when it comes to the crown store then, what would I suggest if you're like, Jake, I don't even know what to buy with my crowns? Because truth be told, a lot of people have a lot of problems with the crown store, but whenever I try to recommend something to purchase, there's only a handful of things that I would get. I'll tell you what they are. And that is because I'm a simple man who just needs the merchant and the banker and some character slots. That's all I need to be happy. That's all I will ever need, especially right now because additional character slots could actually benefit you a lot. It's a whole new character you can start doing your daily crafting writs on. But why I recommend the assistance is one, is if you're in the overworld farming it, like doing what I'm doing right now, you can then quick sell all of the garbage that you're getting without having to go back to anywhere. And it's overall going to make your life significantly easier. Then there's the banker. It's just nice to be able to pull stuff out of your bank, especially if you don't have ESO Plus. All of your crafting materials can be pulled out of your bank on a whim, being able to utilize it a little bit faster, making writs easier to do for yourself. Now, you can also buy the Armory individual. I generally don't suggest that you buy the Armory individual because you could just go to a house and do it. And in a sense, people will note that you might need to change inside of a trial or something like that, but generally, let other people spend 5,000 crowns because guess what? If people are farming trials to the point where you need to be changing your sets in between with an Armory, I guarantee you somebody else already has it. The only bit of an oddball here is the rag picker. Now, I am more of a fan of quick selling items, but sometimes, admittedly, I probably quick sell things that I should break down. You've seen it on stream. I break down, purple jewelry. Sometimes I quick sell it. I don't have the greatest habits. Do what I say, not what I do. But the rag picker is a great way to get around that because it's a mobile deconstruction station. Deconstruction stations are pretty helpful because it turns everything that you have back into materials that you can use for yourself. This used to be really good before they destroyed jewelry, And overall, I think that the Rag Picker is certainly a fine addition if you want to purchase it. I don't see the direct need for it because whenever I have a whole lot of things that I need to break down, I'll just teleport all the way over to my house, break the stuff down because I have all the stuff in the entrance, which is how I would encourage you guys to set up your houses or any guild halls that you're in. Have all the stations at the front. You come in, you deconstruct everything, and you're back out into the world again. And obviously, too, the Warden, the Necromancer, and the Arcanist are great pickups if you don't have them. The Arcanist is obviously the best. The second best one, I think, after the next update will probably be the Warden and then the Necromancer, but that's really up to just like your flavor of content. All right, do not buy bag space or bank space upgrades. You can buy these with gold from a person in the overworld. Don't do that. But what is kind of nice is if you buy these goofy looking pets, they actually increase the actual space on all of your characters by 5 each. So I have all 3 of these pets. They're 3,600 crowns for all of them. It's 15 extra character bag spaces across all of your characters, which is great because if you need more bank space, you just make a little Timmy character and you just throw all the stuff on him. He's going to start with 15 extra slots for his bag, and then you could just load him up with garbage and pretend he doesn't exist, and then shoot him off into the void and never log in as him. It's what he was made to do, and that could be really helpful if you do have these 3 pets. But those are my suggestions for you. Make sure that you do your daily writs, please. I beg of you. But more importantly, I would just utilize this event however you want. If you want to buy crowns to get the assistant that you never had, do it. If you want to farm extra gold to buy things with crowns that you never had, listen, you can buy crown crates with your gold if you want. Utilize a trade guild, do it correctly, make sure you don't get any sort of weird vibes from the people you're trading with, and just make sure you look at the level that they are. Nobody that's usually in the champion points are really going to scam you, but just be vigilant. I don't need you guys talking to any Nigerian princes offering you, 1 more billion crowns. All you have to do is send them your social security number, which would be odd because they reach you via email. So don't respond to any emails offering you ESO crowns. But that is going to be my information for this event here. I want to thank you guys so much again for stopping by. And as always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to do to enter is leave a comment in the comments below. Just try not to get your comment removed for spam because those comments get eaten up by YouTube. Second thing is just be subscribed. If we hit a crazy amount of subscribers by the end of the year, I will vote to change the alliance of my character. And then the second entry you can do is follow on Twitch and Twitter. And the third thing is look for a hidden word to be flashed upon the screen. If you're the first person to comment that word, you will win. I just want to thank you guys one last time. Have a happy Saturday. I'll be streaming tomorrow on Sunday, probably around 1 to 3 p.m. I'll be starting, and I'll catch you there. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.